Definitely the most graceful fade out you've ever heard in your life. Hello, everyone. And good time zone. And what's up, gamers? Welcome in. How's everybody doing? I hope you're well. So it's Thursday. And I'm doing something a little bit different today because, I know that next month is going to be a very drawing and painting intensive month for me. So I thought it would be good to have a little bit of a break before I launch into that. I've already launched into it. I'm doing a whole bunch of pre-sketches, but that's boring off-stream stuff because that's me spending ages brainstorming and not having anything to draw. But we're doing something different today. We're building a little Lego set because I thought that would be nice and fun, and I hope you enjoy it too. Hi, everyone. Hello. Hello, Joe. Welcome in. I hope you're well. It's lovely to see you. Welcome. Hello. And hello, Lino, as well. Oi, Savaloys to you, too. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a lovely Thursday. And hello, Theo, as well. And I see that our Kiwi is enjoying a lovely strawberry snack. I had strawberries last night. I found British strawberries in a Sainsbury's I passed and stopped in just on the off chance. And wouldn't you know it, I found one beautiful bunnet. And it became mine. And I brought it home and we ate it. And it was really good, so... Yay. Anyways. I love Strabbies. And finally I get to eat them. Though I was in, just on the off chance, I was also in my local supermarket last night. Their strawberries are all still Spanish. So I don't know what's going on there, but I may have been missing out on British strawberries for like several days or weeks, and I just don't know because my local supermarket is like, we don't care. I don't know what's going on there, but I don't love it. But I have had some strawberries and they were good. I haven't had strawberries in a long time, says Theo. I hope you are able to avail yourself of some strawberries sometime soon. They are coming into season, so hopefully you'll be able to get your hands on some. I would love that for you. This is what we're doing today. I don't know whether or not this is going to take... If this doesn't take the whole stream, I guess we can just also paint. Like I can just do that. I haven't finished that painting yet, because I haven't had a chance to do any painting off stream, because I've been busy Bumblebee with other stuff. I don't know when I'm going to do it, because I'm probably not going to have time tomorrow, and then I'm going to be away from the house for a couple of days over the weekend, and then... It's David's birthday, and then it's Hollow Knight Art Month, so... what happened to this month? Where did it go? I don't like it. I need more time. This is... Oh, God, this is... Honestly, I've just stressed myself out. There's so much that I need to do. Oh, no. I'm not gonna have time to do it. Anyways, it's fine. I have 2 beverages today, and one of them is real stupid. But, I couldn't decide on a secondary tea that I wanted, and then I was like, actually, I kind of want something cold, so, Canada's Finest Crushed Cream Soda tastes like the color pink. And also, to balance things out, because I am over 40, an unsweetened mint tea. You can do a cool down painting, says Theo. Thank you. I just might... Depending on how long it takes us to build this, because, like, it's me, and doing a Lego build always takes longer than you think. Well, you should mix them, says Theo. Oh, God. No. Oh, no. For extra benefits, no. Oh, tepid, semi-flat, semi-sweet, minty cream soda sounds like my nightmare. Oh, that sounds bad. I think I'll stick with bits of both, I think, but let's see. Let's take a look at the box art before we do anything else. So this is what the build is supposed to look like when it's done. We've got Celeste here. She's looking absolutely adorable here. Hooty toot, she says. Oh, hello there. I'm ready to go to my wonderful observatory and have a nice cup of tea and hopefully see lots and lots of very lovely shooting stars. I assume that she has an accent somewhat similar to that because, of course, Blathers, sounds like, oh dear, oh no, why have you brought a bug into the museum? I'm afraid of them, but I suppose we'll add it to the collection, that kind of thing. Delicious carbonated kind of cold tea. I have to say, I think like carbonated tea is something that exists. It's something that's been made. It does not appeal at all. I don't like the idea or the sound of fizzy tea. I guess like the one exception might be like an Arnold Palmer, which is where you take like that. No, Arnold Palmer's not fizzy because that's North American style lemonade, isn't it? So you take like iced tea and then you add like the North American style lemonade, which is just like a drink made with like sweetened lemon juice that's been watered down for optimal, flavory balance. So that's not fizzy either. It's just a lemon. It's just like basically a lemon tea at that point. Ah, beans. Anyways, Theo says, I've had a lot of delicious espresso and American lemonade and some tonic water. I have heard of this. Oh, I have heard of the espresso tonic thing. I have not had it. I'm lightly intimidated. Because I feel like it would be... I don't know. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's for me. I was thinking recently that I was saying to moderator / spouse Twitch user / Callier yesterday that I don't really like plant-based milk in my tea. Oh god. Okay. We have a terrible drawing time redeem. Oh no. For fizzy tea. Okay, or fizz tea if you will. I'm gonna start. This feels full enough, I think, at this point. So I think I'm going to start a new canvas for this. So here she is. Ooh, exciting times. A fresh canvas. You should feel very special. Anyways. So thank you for that. Canvas. I should explain for anyone who's new here what the deal is with terrible drawing time. So basically, for 5,000 channel points, I have 5 minutes or less to draw a character or concept of your choosing. From memory or sight unseen on a terrible drawing canvas. This is the new one because this one is I think I've filled most of the space with stuff at this point. So like I'm gonna call it. I don't know how I feel about some of these. It has to be said. This was supposed to be a Pokemon that's some kind of... I don't know why. I thought it sounded like it should be a pig giraffe, so I made it into a pig giraffe, and it's horrifying. That, of course, is TV's Snufkint from the Moomin stories. And that, of course, is Salt Song. Anyways. Right. Anywho. The first curse on a canvas is Lino. You should feel very special. Or, I don't know. You should feel good about yourself anyways. Fizzy tea. Okay. I'm gonna see what I can do about fizzy tea. But I'm gonna get 5 minutes on the clock as well. And we will see. We will see about what a fizzy tea might look like. So, let me find my timer. 5 minutes on the old Clockenstein. Starting now. Okay, so now my first thought in terms of like a real life tea that would be fizzy that you would drink is going to be a cold beverage, but I don't think that's as fun or as interesting as the prospect of doing like, oh, I'm shedding, the prospect of doing a like a teacup situation. And this is obviously, like personal interest in part because I enjoy drawing teacups because I think they are fun. Lino says, the first curse on a canvas, delightful. And Theo says, that's not how you spell blessing. I think it's been fairly well established that it's a blurse at this point. Is it a blessing? Is it a curse? No, it's a blurse. Okay. So, one really cool thing about me is that I am absolute poo-poo garbage at drawing a perfectly symmetrical teacup. Teacup design, she is not my forte. And I will not be able to get it symmetrical. I mean, I try. I do try. But I also am aware that I've only got 5 minutes, so if it is a little bit off in any way, we're just going to deal with that and be cool about it. It's fine. It's fine. And if it's not fine, tough biscuits. It's terrible drawing time. It's right there in the name. Okay. I will say this paper is the paper I was using before was actually, it is watercolor paper. And this is more like a, this is like a finer, I actually don't know what the GSM is. This is 70 GSM, like, mixed media paper, so it is a slightly different experience in terms of the drawing. It's not supposed to be symmetrical, it's supposed to be fizzy, says Theo. Well, they didn't say, listen, they did not say fizzy tea cup, they said fizzy tea, so the tea is going to be fizzy, the cup is just supposed to be a cup. So, oh no. Going to get a nice little saucer for it to hang out on. The saucer, also asymmetrical, it's fine. No matter what, the symmetry of the cup will be the biggest concern of the piece. It certainly concerns me. But as someone who's also, who's done some amount of pottery, but not very much in their life, it's, can also confirm that, my pottery that I made in real life was also quite asymmetric, so, you know, I'm just gonna, I want it to feel like there's some real, like, effervescence coming off of this. Is it delicious? Probably. You know, it's like, who can say? Who can say? And some of these are gonna be kind of, oh, some of these bubbles are bursting as they effervesce out of here. Like so. This is real. This is a volatile beverage. I feel like I should put some real, like, fizzy motifs on it. I don't know what would constitute a fizzy motif. Maybe just like something like just some kikis. Just so the cup feels fizzy as well. Popping candy. Yeah, I think they must have been a fizzy teacup. Yes. Okay. All right. I'm gonna just put a little, you know, just a little bit of a gold border around the edge of the cup and saucer, because that's nice, and it's also really fun when you forget that that's there and you put it in the microwave and then it arcs and you get real scared that you're gonna set your microwave on fire. That's so fun. That definitely never happened to me when I was a child and hadn't ever used a microwave before, because my parents were vehemently anti-microwave for a really long time, but then inherited one from my grandma. And I didn't know that if there was shiny on like a dish, that meant it couldn't go in the microwave until it arced when I was trying to melt a marshmallow. And I got real scared because I thought I was gonna set it on fire. Anyways, that's timer, but you know what, I feel like this should be like a color. This should be like a color. So I'm going to shade it in a little bit, and I'm going to add a little shading under this as well. I know, listen, I know the 5 minutes is up. I know this is cheating, but damn it, you know, sometimes it's just nice to just add a little bit of a final flourish to things. Okay, so we've got fizzy tea. It's fizz tea, and I think it looks delicious. I have all the ingredients. Maybe I should try. No. A little light show to go with your microwave thing, says Lino. No. Fizzy tea. You fill a teacup with popping candy and put in boiling water? And a caffeine pill? That sounds like a terrible idea. Also, it sounds really gross. But I mean, you do you. Listen, I am not a medical professional, nor am I a professional chef, though I have written 2 cookbooks. I couldn't possibly comment. Oh boy. Lino says, my mom once told me to put a tin of sweet corn in the microwave, so I did. I opened it first, put a fork in to give it a stir, and then put the whole thing in. Oh my god. Dare I ask what happened? Dare I ask, when microwave go brrrr? Oh my goodness. I mean, supposedly there is some metal stuff that you can put in the microwave. And I can't remember what exactly, like, the physics of it is that makes some metal stuff safe to put in the microwave and some metal stuff not safe to put in the microwave. One of the things that my parents were, like, vehemently anti-microwave about was that putting plastic in the microwave, even though it said that it was microwave safe, they were like, it's gonna make you sick and murder you. And I don't think that's true. But anyways. I think... Saw what was happening and hit the power at the plug. Good job. That sounds absolutely terrifying. But I mean, those were the instructions that you were given. How are you to know? Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad that you're okay. I don't know if the microwave was okay, but I'm glad that you're okay, and I'm glad that the kitchen didn't burn down. Anyway, so there's fizzy tea. Come on. There we go. There's fizzy tea. Is it delicious? I don't know. Maybe. It might be. You can get tea soda, so, like, sure, why not? Anyway, that's terrible drawing time. Thank you for joining in. That was a lot of fun. Okay. Celeste. So she's got her little like astronomical charts here. She's got her telescope. There's some shooting stars. We should be making wishes on those. She's got some star fragments, and the moon has landed on the island, and I feel like we should be concerned. Theo has appended some biscuits being dunked into a cup of tea in the chat and says, pretend the biscuit is fizz. Okay. I can do that. A fizzy biscuit. A fizzy biscuit, I assume, is just something where you've, where at least some of the leavening is coming from a combination of bicarbon and an acidic ingredient like buttermilk. And you're just eating the biscuit dough raw. Because that's a bit fizzy, if you've ever had, if you've ever consumed raw buttermilk scone dough. I always have a bit of the raw dough before it goes into the oven, just to make sure. Cook snacks. I'm normal. Anyways, I'm gonna open my fizzy beverage. So, I guess a sound warning if you don't like fizzy drink opening ASMR, and a happiness warning if you do like fizzy drink opening ASMR, because you're about to hear it. Are you getting the bubbles? Are you picking up? I don't know if it's picking up any of those bubbles, but hopefully you got some of the bubbles. Anyways. Like, immediately I was hit with that smell, and it just takes me back. This crushed cream soda is, and you can see how pink this beverage is. It tastes like the color pink to me. I grew up drinking this. It was my childhood favorite, like, unsensible drink, I suppose you would say. I love it very much. Anyways, so here she is at her little lookout. There's some little pictures of her doing some astronomer stuff, and there she is with some star flowers or star fragments or something. Microwave safety is safety precautions, not common sense. Oh, jeez. This is just what we should expect Celeste to look like. She is an owl, obviously, and she's very beautiful. And oh, here she is having a little bit of cake. Blessums. And most importantly, not to 3 sad onions. Very important. Don't forget it. And now I just have to figure out how to open this ding-dang thing. How do I... Which end does it open from? Oh. I am very intelligent. Customizable. Oh, biddle boy. Well, I look forward to customizing this set then. That's fun. Anyways, my sad onion will be even sadder now, says Theo. Oh no. Oh no, let's find out how many sad onions they actually gave us. It's always 0 to 3, but I find that the actual contents of the things that contain 0 to 3 sad onions are pretty much always, like, no sad onions. Which is, I mean, I guess they're not wrong, but anyways. Okay, so we have 2 baggies of stuff, and we have an instructional booklet. And I'm going to pop the box to one side for safety. And I'm going to try and remember whether or not I remember to enable affirmations. Oh yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, we have a new channel point redeem that I introduced at the top of the week for the camera stream days. That is affirmation time, because I bought these 2 affirmation card decks a little while ago. And sometimes you just want to receive a little bit of nice words and a cute picture that I didn't draw. I should find a link to the artist's website, because they're really good. Anyways, Not to Three Sad Onions is an excellent college band first album name, says Lino. Yes. Yes, it is. That would be wonderful. Okay, so I think step 1, obviously, is sustainable packaging. I mean, they say sustainable packaging and show us some, like, paper bags and stuff, but these are not paper. I don't actually know if they might be that sort of, like, biodegradable plastic. That biodegradable plastic-esque material that I don't actually know where to throw away. Because it's not recyclable. Like, don't put the... If you know that it's, like, the biodegradable pseudo-plastic, like, don't put it in the recycling, because it's not for recycling, because it biodegrades. But then I got a package of, tea. I got a package of tea that came in this bag, and it was like, okay, this bag is, made of fully compostable materials, and I'm like, fantastic. And they're like, the best way to dispose of it is to cut it up into little pieces and put it in your home compost, which my flat does not have, because we don't have a garden. And there is a food waste bin in my, like, communal bin storage area, but it's terrifying. It's terrifying, and I don't want to touch it. So normally our food scraps, and I try and create as few food scraps as I can, go into the bin. And do I feel great about that? No, I'd love to compost. I come from a hippie city, I get it, but, like, there is very minimal opportunity for me to actually do that. But they're like, don't put it in landfill waste and don't put it in your recycling. And I'm like, what do I do with it? What do I do with it? I can't, what do I do? I just bury it in the ground? I don't, anyways. Like, it's great. It's great. It's great. But, unfortunately, I am not set up in a place that actually lets me easily compost, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'd love to have a compost bin. Anyways. Okay, before I get to actually building the things, I think we need to open these up and sort out what pieces we actually have. I see a little torso, which is very cute, and I'm very excited about that. In case anyone doesn't know, this was a previous Lego build on stream. Oh my god, he is so covered in paint. He is so, like... Let me bring his face in close so you can see just how covered in paint, excuse me, Anana has become. He is so covered in paint. This is Anana. Friend of the stream. French-Canadian pineapple boy. And, just the ding-dang cutest. It was very, very fun to put together. And guards my many paintbrushes. Most of which I don't use very often. I would say the paintbrushes I actually use are, like, these 3... and this purple one when I need to use masking fluid, and the rest of them not so much. But I actually have a couple of brand new ones that I bought specifically to, like, replace this one when this one dies. But this one's still going, so never mind. Anyways, fully up to the stocks in paint, says Lino. Yup. Anana is an artiste. He is. He truly is. I wouldn't be able to create any of my work without him. Joe says he needs a bath. Oh my god. Well, maybe I should bring him with us to, like, the spa. Maybe we should take Anana on a spa day. I say this, I am actually going to be going to the city of Bath in a few days. Which is, not a city not super far from where I live. And it's one of my moderator slash spouse and I's favorite places to visit for a little out of town journey. And it's my moderator slash spouse's birthday next Tuesday. So I was like, what do you want to do? And he was like, can we go to Bath? And I'm like, yeah, let's go to Bath. So we're going to Bath. And we will definitely be swimming. Because I think part of the appeal is staying in a hotel with a pool, but it's not an extortionate hotel with a pool because it's not in London. Anyways. Theo says he likes his nice coat of paint, goes with his dungarees. He does have very handsome little dungarees, as you can see. He's a very well-dressed little pineapple. Okay, let me just pop those little baggies to one side and let us attempt to try and sort our materials as best as we can. So I'm trying to pick out like the bigger pieces. Maybe should I be organizing by color maybe? So I've got these bad boys in green. I've got this green bit of plant matter and this little platform, which I can pop here. Oh, I've got two little pieces of plant matter. Okay. Some little stems of some kind. And then maybe there's not a ton of brown, so I'll try and sort through the brown pieces. So there's that brown piece. There's that. I think these are going to become sort of the binding of the book. If that looks correct. Some little brown cylinders. A text from my moderator slash spouse. Not that I'm aware of. Just answering his question. Before I forget to do it. Ah, there's the head of Celeste. Hello. Who can go here? I can see her little telescope, says Theo. Oh, yay. Where is it? Ah. Here it is. Wonderful. Okay. So, I'm putting the red pieces together. So that's Celeste parts. Shall I? There, so you can see her whittle face. I've got some little red, just kind of flat fronted squares here. Absolutely no idea what these are for, but I guess we'll find out. Oh, I see. I think they're part of a little like sort of checkerboard picnic blanket or something. That'll be cute. And I've got some more like planty type pieces, or maybe just one of those. I only see one of those. Okay. Maybe let's get our white pieces together next. So I've got these little white squares. Now these ones have a little stud on the top. And then I've got one of these, another little cylinder, some circles in a white. Trying to be very organized here. We'll see how we go. I think this is going to be the bottom part of a cake, which is very exciting. And we've also got some little flowery looking pieces. Very cute. And what I'm assuming is going to be the frosting on top of the cake. A piece that I can tell you as someone who has a couple of Lego doggy figures. If it's in brown, it's also stood in for poop, which is very funny. Got some little teacups, which I adore that they have made a little teacup piece because it's so stinking cute, and the little tiny teapot, which this is fresh as heck. Oh my goodness. Okay. Another little white doodad. Another little bit of frosting. I wonder what flavor is this frosting. I mean, it is purplish. It could be blueberry, it could be lavender, it could just be like vanilla and they've just given it a cute color. There's a couple of these very adorable little bows, which I think go with our girl over here. Maybe a space for some gray bits, because we've got a couple of gray bits there. And some more white pieces there. What have we got left? Okay. I've got some clear pieces, which I'm definitely not going to lose track of. That'll be fine, I'm sure. Some of this like darker sort of gold yellow. Little for all her fizz tea needs. I mean, she might be drinking fizz tea. I really want this Lego set now, says Theo. It is very cute. These little sort of like pyramidal shaped pieces. Very tiny pyramids. There we go. Okay. And in the same colorway, we have some of these little tiny stars as well, which are so stinking cute. This is a very cute set. I am very enjoying it. Anyways, how's everyone's week been? How are you? I hope you are well. I hope you're having the loveliest of lovely weeks. It's been all right. Not the most thrilling week in any direction, but certainly not the worst either. Just the usual trials and tribulations, and trying not to let the state of existence get me down too much, but it is what it is. This is helping. Sometimes, now not all the time, because I've seen the prices of some of the Lego sets that you can get, but sometimes Lego, cheaper than therapy. That should be its tagline. See also Fields of Mystery, cheaper than therapy. I really, for anyone who missed it last week, I streamed last Thursday my very first playthrough of the game Fields of Mystria, and friends, it's so cute. I like it very much. It's really fun and a nice time, and I've been playing it off stream. I had to give myself an off-stream save so I could play it off stream, because it's really cute and very fun, and I'm enjoying it immensely. It's a good time. Gazillion out of 10 do recommend. If you like cute, like vaguely farm management games that are also, the artwork is really thirsty, and some of the NPCs are romanceable, though I have qualms about the fact that some of them aren't. And some of them that I think are really pretty are not romanceable, but anyways. Lego is greater than not Lego, says Archon. I wholeheartedly agree. Also, hello, welcome in. Hope you're having a lovely Thursday. How are you? I really, really, really want the Rivendell set. Theo, I have not seen the Rivendell set. You could get 6 sessions of therapy, or you could get all of Rivendell, or have I seen the... Oh, no, I think I have seen the Rivendell set. Hold on, let's take a look at it, chat. Lego Rivendell set, because I want to see if I have seen this one. I feel like I maybe did, but I don't... Oh my god, I've just seen how much it costs. And friends, my chest hurts, but it's real cute. Oh, Biddle boy. Okay. First of all, sorry, we have to look at my Instagram first, because that's the way that it's set up. 430 pounds, says Lino. Jeez, this is expensive, but it's lovely. Theo says 430, I thought it was 600 pounds. Okay, 4 sessions of therapy. Honestly, I don't know which of the following would be better for my mental health. I think the problem is that therapy doesn't need shelf space, whereas I do not have a spare shelf available where I could house Rivendell. We have like unbuilt Lego sets here. I'm looking at them in this room that we haven't built yet because there's just no space for them, including like a modular building that my moderator / spouse bought for himself last birthday, I think, or maybe the birthday before that. Still hasn't been built because there's nowhere to put it. That's part of the reason that I like these tittle biddle like Celeste stargazy sets, because I can actually find space for this to live. In its defense, is big, says Arkin. It is big boy. There's so many details to it. I want it so. Do you not move to get space for new shelves? I would love to be able to move to get space for new shelves, but that would involve... I can't afford the house prices anywhere near where I live, and I have also not the means to move, so I'm kind of stuck until we have a reason to move away, at which point we might be able to get more shelves. Okay, so it's 70 by 50 by 40 set. That's a lot of centimeters. I do not have space for that. It has Bilbo's reading, writing nook, and everything. This is really cute. Anyways, this is my Instagram page, probably. Ta-da! I have an Instagram. Incidentally, I'm such a dumb bunny. I did not realize until like 2 days ago that there is an artwork that I made a print of like a year and a half ago. A year and a half ago, chat. I made a print of where is them? Of these little guys gathering wild strawberries in the enchanted forest. I had a print of this all ready to go in like a shop update, and I just completely forgot to add it to the shop. And I did not realize that until I was going through my photos trying to find a compilation of all the gnome husband art that I've done, so that I could make a little post about it on my socials, just in case anyone didn't know about the gnome husbands, and they should, because I love them. So it's in the shop now, but oops. Anyways, but yes. Oh boy, Arcot says it takes up the entire top of one of my bookcases. I believe it. I believe it is big boy. Is there one missing one of them on the picnic blanket, says Theo. Did I make a print of that? I don't think I've made a print of that. I don't make a print of everything that I paint because it's expensive and I'd rather not lose money on my shop. Which I sometimes do anyways because I'm not a very popular artist, but never mind. Don't let's dwell on that. I do have a shop, and I consider the prints to be a very high quality. The other one has like 3 sets, says Arcot. So that is a big boy set. That is a big boy set. There are a couple of other gnome husband pieces that haven't been prints yet. I mean, they might be if there's extremely popular demand. Read 3 or more people. They might be. So if you want to like pressure your friends into yelling at me about it. Because there's a couple I did for Stream Inks as well, including one of my favorite ones of them, but I don't think it was very popular with anyone but me. But anyways, this isn't about me. This is about Lego Lord of the Rings Rift. I'm an adult. This is an adult stream. Fine, whatever. I wish I was eating cookies right now. I love cookies. Anyways, this is the Lego Rivendell set, and it's got so many pictures, and I love it. Oh my goodness! Look at the. It's so big and there's so much detail. This is the other view of it. It's got so many little friendies. Oh no, it's cute. I shouldn't know about this. This is dangerous knowledge. I would not be able to build this in the space of a stream. No. Oh, look at these little guys. They're reading a book together. I hope it's nice. I wonder what it is. I don't know. Maybe it's like Kierkegaard. I don't know. Anyways, these two are making a sword at their little swordsmith station, having a good time. Little Bertrude and Elizabeth there, having a good time. My bank account is still crying, says Archon. I believe it. This ain't cheap. But I'm also glad that you have no regrets, because I mean, it is good. Oh, they're having a little party. They're having a little party, a little ring party. They're talking about what weapons they're going to bring with them. Swords and bows and axes. And I think that's what's happening here. Who can say? I haven't seen any of the Lord of the Rings in a really long time. Shut up. Oh no, this little boy is taking a nap. And there's Gandalf. Oh, he's writing his little book, his little Hobbits' adventure. Oh, that's so cute. This is adorable. I love it. Okay, anyways. This is dangerous knowledge. I should not know this. I cannot afford that. This was within our budget. This was under £10. This is fine. I want it so much. Says Theo. I believe it. It is genuinely stunning. They have done a beautiful job with that build. It is very, very, very cute. And just, it feels very enchanted and lovely. Lino says, this little boy is taking a nap. J.R.R. Tolkien probably. Listen, if there's anyone whose literary prowess can come close to the dizzying heights of Ronald Rolkin Tolkien, it's obviously this streamer right here, for sure. Anyways, okay, I should probably actually open the Much better than the bag end set, says Archon. I haven't seen... Oh god, do I have to go look at another... There's another one? Okay, first of all, let's, shall we do some Lego steps? Shall we do some Lego steps, or should I look at the... Oh, okay. She's going on her little journey here, I assume, as we move forward. She shows you how far you are into the build. I love this. I love this so much. This is very exciting. And it is a reasonably thick book, so we have a reasonable number of steps to do, which is also very exciting. We are, like, almost an hour into stream. Much better than the bag end set. Don't look at Barad-dûr. Oh my god, there's more? I didn't realize there was more. Hold up. Hold up. Is this just look at Lego set stream now? It might be. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, nice. It's the shard. Okay, actually, oh, how much is this one? Oh, okay. Can they just come up with, like, a really simplified, like, poly bag set that costs, like, 8 quid and it just has, like, one hobbit in it? That's all I want. That's all I want. Like, that's enough. That's enough. Like, we don't need more than that. Theo says, Tolkien, actually, yes. There's a beautiful passage about Frodo sleeping next to Sam, and Sam is sitting there and looking at Frodo and thinking about how he seems to shine while sleeping, about how much he loves him. Aww. I love him. He's like that, and somehow it shines through, but I love him whether or no. That is so adorable. They are so stinking cute. They are so stinking cute. I just spotted the French cafe, and I suspect that will be for sale. I don't need more Lego. I can't afford more Lego. We have so much unbuilt Lego in the set. But we're gonna look at another one, because y'all... If they just came out with, like, a teensy-weensy little version of this, that was just, like, maybe just, like, one hobbit and, like, just the front door of, like, a house and, like, the horse. You don't have to include Gandalf, I just want the horsey, because the horsey is very, very cute. Because this is... No, it's so expensive. I can't afford... I don't have this kind of money. I really don't. I definitely don't have this kind of shelf space. It's Bilbo Baggins' birthday. Ain't that just the cutest? Oh, look, his old friend is here. Mr. Wizard. And they're having a nice time around the fire. They're burning a... I do appreciate that, like, the ring is in the fireplace. And Frodo here is just like, doo-doo-doo, this is fun. Not like I'm about to go on a super scary and traumatic adventure. I love it. Don't put cheese on the fireplace. That's Theo. Why is there a cheese on the fire? That's a horrible place to put it. It's gonna melt. Ugh. It's gonna melt. That's not fair. I want to rescue the cheese. Anyways, and here of course is the shard, which you might recognize from London, in the business district, I think. I don't know, my moderator / spouse worked in it for a while, and so now every time we go somewhere near that when we're in London, he's like, well, there's the Eye of Sauron, especially the time that they actually lit up, like, the top portion of the Shard building with, like, festive red lights around Christmas, and it just made it look more like Lord of the Rings, which is really funny. Anyways, this is £400. I don't need it. I don't need it. It's really cool. I don't need it. Oh, oh no, look at his little face. He's doing his best. Oh, I'm good. Sammy, I think they have Celeste's teapot. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Anyways. It's a mantle breeze. says Lino. That beautiful. Thank you for that. Okay. Anyways. Arcanus, SpongeBob, I don't need it, .gif. Yep. Theo says, it's very impressive, but I don't get as excited about Towers of Evil as I do about Hobbit Holes. Wholeheartedly agree. I like a cute, fun place where my little characters can hang out. Okay, step 1. Yay! Step 2. Ah, good heavens, that's better. She said, which means, it's so much nicer to have my head connected to my body. And then we are to append, very importantly, doof. Her little, that looks like it was painful, but her little ornamental, and look, she's got a little tail on her butt. She's got her little feathery tail on her butt. That's so, she's so cute. She's so cute. I love her. She's giving me cuteness aggression. Sorry about that. Let me turn the page. Oh, y'all. Okay, I don't want to skip ahead. So step 2, we have to take our little bookie here. And then I will show you what I've just seen that has absolutely tickled me. And we need to add our little star chart to the inside of the book. Make sure that it's facing the right way up. Snap that into place. We have our little star chart book. That's so cute. That's so cute. Okay, so we have our little Celeste. We have our little star chart book. And then, okay, so we do that, and Celeste says, hello there. Thank you so much for putting me back together. I feel much better, she says. Okay, and now on to the more practical builds, I suppose. Yeah, no, now I want to, the thing is, I want a Lego Hobbit land, but I want to live in the Lego Hobbit land. Like, that's the difference. That's the difference. I want to exist in it. I think that would be a nice way to live. Why don't I live in the Shire? It's not fair. Okay, so, one of these, and then, what is that? Is that one of the, I think it's one of the clear ones? It's hard to tell. But I think it's one of the clear ones. If that's wrong, hopefully it will become super obvious that it's wrong. I guess we'll find out. And then I take one of these black ones and go like that. And then attach another one of these like so. Okay. Wizard. Next up, we need this ding dong goes on this doodad, and then one of these goes like so, like that, I think. Lots of pipeweed and 12 meals a day. That sounds like a wonderful number of meals a day. I would love that so much. Shire life seems pretty great, says Archon. Yeah, it sounds nice, honestly. Theo says, Tolkien seemed to be very into Lothlorien as the best place to ever live and rest. But I always found it to be very cold and isolated and kind of grief-heavy compared to Rivendell. I don't know. I think I just want to hang out in the Shire and eat pies. I think that would be ideal for me. So, my hair is, like, weirdly attached to itself. Oh, no, my pins come out. I had some hairpins in, and one of them has decided to just, like, fall out of my hair. There we go. Okay, I have hopefully fixed it. I'll be honest, I haven't been, apart from the memes, I haven't been heavily into the Lord of the Rings universe in many, many years. So my memories of these things are hazy. Except for potatoes. Potatoes! I do love potatoes. They are delicious and wonderful and very, very good. What do I need? Whatever the heck this piece is, it's turn now. And it goes like that. Okay. So we have some kind of telescopic situation. Wizard. Next, we need this piece. Get stuck to that piece. And then we have, the little gray thing. So we have the stand. And then I think this attaches to... Yeah, that attaches to it. So we have our little... we have our little telescopic stand thing, and this is the bit that you look in, and then you can aim it at the stars and see all of space and just how boring it is. That's so cool, says Theo. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I like that. I think that's really, really cute. And next, okay, step 1. That was easy. I love when step 1 is just like a piece. That's step 1. Amazing. Love it. Telescopic Situation Wizard is again a great college band name. Oh my god, it really is. Telescopic Situation Wizard does sound like it would be like a college band name. Just some 19-year-olds who just about know how to play guitars doing an okay job with an interesting band name. I wonder if any bands who like do manage to get a bit of success coming out of being, you know, like interesting sort of college band name band, then go on to be like, man, I wish we'd picked something other than that. I don't know, because I think Telescopic Situation Wizard would be delightful, but I can think of 2 bands with Wizard in the name. I can think of Wizard, the band with Wizard in the name, because the name is just Wizard, and then also King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, which is also a great name for a band. If anyone can think of any other wizard-related bands, do let me know, because they'll probably be good. Anyways, while you're brainstorming band names, I'm gonna BRB, because we're about to go into an ad break. So please enjoy the BRB screen. I'll be back very shortly, and we will continue building some Legos. BRB, everybody. A BRB. What's up, nerds? I'm back. Hi. Thank you for sticking around. If anyone has stuck around, I see there's some dancing in the chat. Thank you so much for dancing. I hope people still enjoy the BRB music. It is, I hope, a nice time. Okay. We've got some additional things to do. I need 2 of these little buddies. One of them needs to go here, and one of them needs to go here. I hope I've done that correctly. I am trying to follow the doodad. Anyways, hope you all had a good break. I did. God, I've had a bit of a stretch. I'm continuing to enjoy. Oh my god, this is so delicious. This is so delicious. I can't even, like, I don't, like, what does it taste like? I don't know. It's just cream soda. Lina says the BRB music remains delightful as ever. Yay! I'm so glad. I'm so glad. All right. Next. Okay. How is this situating itself onto the... Thus? I think thus. I think it's supposed to look like this. I hope. And then this one goes on top of it. So we have the base of a tree stump, and then we're making a tree, by the way. It's apparently it looks like it's almost a big turtle. It's now a big turtle with a tree on its shell. So, I mean, why not? That would be quite cool of it. Anyways. Alright. So, this goes here, and then the most important piece in the entire set is this little... a spot of greenery, which wants to live... How is this attached? Thus? I think like this. I think this piece of greenery, very importantly, is right there. Ta-da! Cool. And then we add some more turtle flappers over here. That is now their official name, turtle flappers. One. Oh, the big turtle has many trees on, well, not its shell, but on the... Oh, the Discworld. Ah. Once again, but listen. Do I have a literature degree? Yes. Do I write? Also yes. Do I read? Infrequently. And at the moment, mostly rereading P.G. Wodehouse, because that's apparently what I'm hyperfixated on again. So, I mean, it's a great time. I love the Wodehouse. It's good business. Okay. That goes there. This goes here. And this singular little number goes here. Wizard. Okay, so far we have the make. This scene is coming together surprisingly quickly, which is bad because this is supposed to take the whole stream. But listen, if we end up having to do a little bit of painting at the end, is anyone going to mind? Please say no. Please say no. I think anyways, I think that's it for the landscape, so I'm gonna set that to one side. Anyways, I think I mentioned like some weeks ago that I did pick up a secondhand copy of Jeeves and the Tie That Binds, because it's there's a scene in it that's one of the most romantic ones in the whole books, and it just every time I just because I'm a sap. I'm such a sap. Anyways, maybe one day I'll finish writing things. I'm always like, oh, I can't start reading a new book because I'm in writing mode right now, and I'm scared if I start reading a new book that I'll accidentally pick up that writer's, like, narrative voice and it won't sound like my own writing anymore, because I'll be so enamored with, like, their choices of words that they'll start sneaking into my own writing, and then it'll just sound like I'm, like, copying off of them, which is not what I want. But I'm permanently in writing mode, which means it's really hard for me to start new books. Oh, no. Anyways, of course I don't mind if you paint at the end of stream. Cool down painting, says Theo. Hell yeah. Anyways, we've got some discourse about where to start with the Discworld books. I have read surprisingly many a Tumblr post on the topic. People have opinions. It's like, I've been through this with other things before where it's like, okay, don't start at number 1. You should actually go do this. Or just, you can just jump in at whatever sounds interesting. Or, oh no, here's like a recommended order, like whatever it happens to be. Homer, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you. Welcome in. We just finished building this, which is the base of the scene. All of those are correct, says Theo. Hell yeah. We also have Celeste. And I can actually have her be holding this book now. There we go. So she can be looking at her little book of star charts and what have you. Oh, isn't that fresh? She's enjoying her little book of star charts. She's so cute. I love her so much. And we also have her little telescope, which she can also be looking at. Maybe a little bit later on, we can figure out how we want to arrange the scene. All of the orders are correct, as I know, but publication order is the least correct. That, the thing is that that makes me want to do that. Like, don't worry, I'm not gonna do it. But when everyone's like, definitely don't do this, I'm like, okay, why though? Because now I want to do it. Anyways, ooh, homemade rolls for supper, says Homepress. That sounds delicious. I love that for you. Shoot. That's what I was gonna do while I was on break. I was gonna go stir my lentil salad. I have a lentil salad marinating in the fridge for dinner tonight. But it's in a very full bowl, and the vinaigrette wants to kind of, sink to the bottom of the bowl. So the lentils and veggies and stuff at the bottom of the bowl are getting very, very well marinated, and the stuff that's sitting at the top is kind of not. So I like to give it a stir every couple of hours to get the flavors to, get to know each other. So on the next break, I have to run to the kitchen and go stir up my salad. So don't let me forget to do that. It's very important. Okay, anyways, the homemade rolls sounds very exciting, and I love that for you. That's so cozy. That's so cozy. That's so nice. Okay, next step. Step 1. Ta-da! I know that contrarian urge, says Lino. Truly. Yep. If everyone is like, don't do it, I'm like, you can't tell me what to do. Don't you tell me what to do. Don't you I don't even know if I'm contrarian, if I just have a demand avoidance. Which also goes to, like, if sometimes I will avoid things that it turns out that, like, I absolutely will adore. Just because everyone's telling me that I'll like it. And I'm like, I can't do it now. Because someone told me to do it. Like, I have to arrive at it myself, otherwise I get annoyed. Also, like, part of the reason... Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent now. But you know, sometimes when I'm playing like a video game on stream and someone comes in and is like, you should be doing that, not this. Even if they are correct, I can no longer do that. Because A, there's a no backseating rule. Do not backseat. If you backseat on the stream, I will ignore you. If you backseat repeatedly, I will ban you. Because it's not productive for me. It's not fun to just have the chat watch me following other people's instructions, which may or may not be better than my own. I don't know. I want to discover things and go on a journey for myself, and people want to watch me discovering things and going on a journey, right? They don't want to watch me just blindly following whatever their superior directions are. That's stupid. Why would I want to do that? That doesn't sound fun to me. Anyways. But this is the part of the problem with backseating is that they may be recommending something. They may be telling me to do something that I was on my way to doing anyways. Because it is a good idea, right? But now that they've told me to do it, and they've broken the no backseating rule, I can't do that thing now. Because if I do the thing that they told me to do, I'm reinforcing that bad behavior and telling them actually it's okay to do that even though I said not to. So now I can't do it. So now you've made me a worse gamer. And you're going to be annoyed by that. Congratulations, you played yourself. Don't you do that. Anyways. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Theo says someone once did that to me when I'm playing, I'm not kidding, Final Fantasy IX. Which is a turn-based RPG from 1999. Like, why? Why would they do that? Why would they do... Why would they do that? It's so stupid. I've played start to finish on a loop since I was 12, says Theo. It was extraordinary. It just... I think some people feel like they have expertise and they cannot bring themselves not to share even when it's not requested or welcome. And some people have trouble with understanding that different people will have different play styles for the same game. And just because someone has a different play style to your own doesn't mean that your play style is better, and it doesn't mean that that person's play style is bad or incorrect. It's just different. And that's okay. They might go about things in a different order. They might prefer to, you know, sort of like set up their like stats or whatever in a different way to the way that you want to. It's all part of life's rich pageant. It's the diversity of gaming. It's there, you know, like there's more than one way to play. And that's cool. That's fun. That's what makes things interesting. Seeing someone playing a game and it's like, wow, they are doing completely different things to me. You know, watching somebody else play Fields of Mystery and I'm like, wow, they're romancing a different character first. That's cool. I still don't know who I'm romancing in Fields of Mystery. I'm spoiled for choice. But I'm really sad that I can't romance Hemlock and Josephine. Why can't we just be a throuple? They're both beautiful people. It's not fair. And they're musical. I love them both. Why? Why, Fields of Mystery developers? Why would you do this to me? Why would you make your non-romanceable NPCs so hot? Anyways. Normal. Anyways, Theo says, I look like a woman, so I guess they had to intervene. Just so you know, I am pinching the bridge of my nose in solidarity right now, because swear words about it. Anyways. I'm a little tired, says Homepress, because I woke up at 5:30 a.m. today. Oh, you poor thing. I hope you're able to get some, like, compensatory rest, because that's really early, you poor thing. I do hope that you're able to get some rest in compensation. Linus says, folks really do want to optimize the fun out of every game, even the ones they're not playing. I understand sometimes the urge to, like, want to help someone, if that's what you're doing, but also if someone has explicitly said, like, no, like, you don't, like, I'm gonna this is a puzzle, I would like to solve it myself, then, you know, unless they ask, they're like, I'm really stuck on this, can anyone just, like, give me the next step so I can move forward? You know, just keep it to yourself or watch something else, honestly. But, I mean, it's certainly not the only walk of life where I've received unsolicited advice, so, like, There was for context, there was a period of my life of a little while where I was very visibly injured, and the number of people who were just like, "Have you been tested for diabetes? You should probably get your I've the number of a naturopath that you might want to consult." And I'm like, "No, I don't actually. I know exactly what this is, and it'll get better on its own. Leave me alone." Just every day. I was also working in a customer service job at the moment at the time, so it was just continuous, and I was like no. Like, no, don't backseat health me. Go away. Anyways, that's a whole other kettle of conversation that we'll save for another time. Cause yeah, Theo says, I was just having a nice time grinding and buying things because Final Fantasy IX has so many shiny things to buy. They even have an auction house of mysterious items, and this person came in and told me off for grinding at that point. They would hate the way that I play Final Fantasy games because I grind to like a ridiculous extent. And then just go into every boss fight stupidly overpowered because I don't like dying to boss fights in those games. Turnip, thank you so much for the lurk. Thank you. Welcome on in. I hope you have a lovely lurk. But yeah, I've never played Final Fantasy IX, but I played the absolute heck out of Final Fantasy 6 and 4 back in the day. Probably more 4 than 6. I have 6 on Steam, and there's a very real possibility that at some point I will play some of it on stream because it is a very fun game. It's one of my favorite games. I don't want to give away one of my favorite bits of the game. So I will just say there is a boss fight where you get to do a suplex on a boss that does not look like you should be able to suplex them. And it's very funny and fun. Anyways, that's not the most important part of the game. It's lovely. The characters are so, like, well drawn. The aesthetic of it is gorgeous. The music of it is gorgeous. I love it so much. One of these days I'll play a bit of it on stream. But, probably not the whole thing, because I don't know if you want to watch me walking around and just getting into little fights over and over and over again to get all of my characters up to, like, level 99 so that I can just go, like, tank all of the bosses and just not have to deal with that. Also, I don't know if I've ever finished the game, because there's a bit that I always got stuck on back in the 90s, back when we couldn't just, like, search engine a walkthrough of how to solve this one stupid puzzle where you have to set a clock to a very specific time, and you have to talk to all of the people in the village to figure out what time it is, and they're all lying to you, so you know it's not any of the times that they suggest, and then you have to try and figure out by process of elimination what it is, and, like, you have to, like, write this down on a sheet of paper to figure all of it out, and I never did that because I didn't realize that that's what you had to do, and I would just get frustrated and start the game over again because I was like, well, I guess I'm never finishing this. And then I would just try to, like, or I'd be like, okay, I'm just gonna leave the town, and then I would get into a really hard boss fight and die. So, yeah, anyways. Theo says, people are awful about invisible illness or even illness. Yep. I once checked into a hotel, and the guy at the desk started asking me about, oh no, why I had a cane. I've had a doctor, an ENT, asked me about why I had a cane at my, because you need mobility assistance. It's very normal. It's like, it's none of their beeswax. I had a flower shop salesperson tell me to make a tomato cabbage soup every day, and then, I mean, don't get me wrong, tomato and cabbage soup is delicious, but it is not going to solve, like, a mobility-related disability. It's delicious, but it's not. Now I want soup, though, so there is that. I have lentil salad for dinner. I am looking forward to it. I put a bunch of kale in it. These lentils are so good. They're French poi lentils, and they've been cooked with just a little bit of, like, onions and bay leaf, and they're really good. Anyways, I was lucky enough to have game facts, says Theo, which cured me of my cane needs. See, there you go. You don't need cabbage soup. You just need game FAQs. I remember back in the day, there was, like, I don't know whether or not it worked in Canada, because I never did it because I was too little, but there was, like, a number you could call, like a phone number you could call, and be like, hey, I'm really stuck in this bit of this Zelda game dungeon. I keep getting lost in circles, and I keep getting stuck on this room. And then they'd be like, okay, so you go to this room, did you need to go to the left and then break the pot directly above you. And then continue on, and then fall down the hole there, and you'll get to the next bit of the dungeon. You'll be like, okay, thank you. Like, literally. A phone number. That's that was my formative game experience. Was the age of... I really hope that we were able to find the Nintendo Life magazine that had the thing in it. And usually, I mean, we had random issues of Nintendo Power at home, but none of them were relevant to us. And any of the games that we owned. So, no. Any secret moves I figured out in Mortal Kombat were purely due to me button mashing and seeing what happened when I hit other buttons. And I got surprisingly good at Mortal Kombat. I loved that game. I just want to go on record saying it did not make me a violent person. I'm so gentle. Like, but the violence in those games is so stupid. I actually prefer, like, the sort of old, weird, like, pixelated versions of the game because, like, the violence is very unrealistic, whereas now it's, you know, very, like, very high-definitionally rendered gore and stuff, and I'm like, this is less interesting. It was more fun when it was just, like, very cartoonish pixel blood spurting out of Scorpion's head or whatever, you know? Anyways. Linus says, I remember when you could call numbers to get game advice, they were also bloody expensive, and that's part of why I never did it, probably, because my mother would have thrown a fit if we had. She would have been like, what's this on the phone bill? And my brother, who's 4.5 years older than me, would sheepishly have to be like, oh yeah, I got stuck on this bit of The Legend of Zelda, and she'd be like, that's not important enough to spend money on the phone, and get really mad. Anyways, oh no! Oh no! Theo says, I once got a letter wrong in game FAQs and there was so much pornography. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, you poor thing! Oh no! Taking I mean, you know, it can still happen these days, but back in the day, taking a wrong turn on the internet and suddenly it was just like... body parts galore, pop-ups, it's not leaving, and you're like, no, 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 no! Fresh memes. The very precious of memes. Let's build this moon. Nowadays, it's just I try to do Google image search for, like, reference photos for Hollow Knight characters for Hollow Knight Art Month, and I'm like, oh, wow. You know, you realize that, like, anatomically speaking, that these characters are based on, like, moths and beetles, and they typically don't have the giant boobah that you've drawn on them, but hey, I appreciate your imagination. But also, oh, no! Anyways. Theo says, don't worry, I was already used to trying to download Final Fantasy wallpapers and music videos on Morpheus and Kazaa. I remember Kazaa. Just about, I can't remember whether or not I ever used Kazaa, but I remember Kazaa. And getting very different images and videos. Oh no! Oh no! I'm so sorry. But also, oh no! I used Kazaa a lot. I don't know if I ever did use Kazaa. I can't recall. I do remember the name of it, but I don't remember ever using it. Huh. Huh. I just don't know. Okay, that one goes there. This one goes here. Oh boy, downloading stuff on LimeWire, and whoops, it's... Oh no. Oh no. I remember trying to get, like... some extremely low-res clips of Sailor Moon in the original Japanese. That was fun. I definitely encountered some Sailor Moon art that I should not have seen at that age. Trying to find nice Sailor Moon content. I had a pretty intense Sailor Moon phase, by the way. So that's a thing. I was annoyed when it disappeared and I had to use LimeWire. LimeWire had fewer good things available, says Theo. Interesting. I never used LimeWire either. I think, I don't know, maybe these are too late for my experience. Or maybe, I don't know, but I never used LimeWire. I remember some of my most intense formative experiences center around things like okay, these little like vaguely telephone receiver-esque pieces. I remember trying to download things off of Napster. In fact, I downloaded a lot of stuff off of Napster. But the worst was, like, we had very slow internet, and it took a really long time to download anything. Downloading things off of Napster, and it would be on, like, 98%, and the computer was in the basement, right? And somebody and connected to the internet by a cable that went all the way from, like, the desk in the basement, up the stairs, along the corridor, into the kitchen. And the plug was in the kitchen on the main floor. And 28K modems, those are the days. And someone unwittingly would be like, why is this plugged in? I have to make a phone call. Unplug it when your download was at 98%. Well, guess I'm not listening to that extremely rare, out of print, has never been reissued Roger Ruskin Spear album today. Anyways. I did eventually get some kind soul that I met on the internet was kind enough who owned a copy of said album on vinyl and was so lovely that they sent, like, a cassette recording of it to me in the post because I was having such a bad time trying to download it or purchase it at a reasonable price from anywhere. La! We have a doodad. Now I need this doodad and these two doo-doos. Ta-da! Good. Anyways. We used it to get Fellowship of the Ring, which took a week, says Theo. Oh, that's painful. I shudder to think how long, not that I've ever downloaded anything in such a manner. But I will say, back in the day when old episodes of Doctor Who were not very well available, by which I mean the ones from, like, the early 1960s and what have you, I definitely did not spend, oh god, cumulatively, like, an absurd number of days of my life trying to retrieve them digitally. Hello, Kirby. Welcome in. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. We're making the moon. This is Celeste here, and she's just reading her little book of star charts and having a lovely time. And we are creating a little scene for her. How are you? It's lovely to see you. Welcome in. Finally managed to catch a stream for a short bit. It's lovely to see you. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, what's our next step? All right, our next step is the moon needs to... Oh, no! The moon has... I missed a piece that needs to go here. The moon has landed on the island. This does not feel safe. We should be concerned about the proximity of the moon to land. That is not normal. Why has it exited its little orbit around the planet? This is not what happens when the moon sets in the sky, but never mind. I'm well, thank you. Loving the Lego, says Kirby. Thank you, thank you. I'm having a lovely time with this. It's really cute. I want to show you... Let me show you the little... So these were our instructions for building Celeste. Delightful. Flashbacks to Majora's Mask, says Lido, exactly. And look, at the very end of it, she's like, oh, hello there. Thank you so much for building me. I love her so much. Okay. So we have installed the moon, somewhat concerningly, on land. So I'm going to set that to one side for now. Or maybe I can just put that here so you can just look at it while I build this other chunk. Which is this, and I need to take these little red squares. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red squares. So I have a square to spare. How fun. And I need to install these onto here. Thankfully, they snap quite nicely into place. That feels incredibly pleasant to do. Nice. Also, oh, God, I need to... So, as you know, I don't... customarily have music on these streams, because I figure if you want to listen to music, you can just put on whatever music you want, but you might want to be in an environment that is free of music, and that's fair too. But I have some music stuck in my head right now, but is the music from these adverts for Amazon that I've been getting continuously. Obviously, you know, I know who owns Twitch. We love Amazon here. It's fine. It's fine. Anyways. But this ad is infuriating. Because, and I didn't notice it properly until I have started getting the ad at length. My moderator / spouse pointed it out to me. There's a man sitting on his front porch, and he has, let's pretend this is an Amazon parcel. Yar, it be one of them land moons, says Kirby in the voice of the, yar, it be one of them land moons, in the voice of the Simpsons captain, thank you. All hail our benevolent overlord, says Kirby. Who does not love Amazon, says Theo. Exactly. Y'all get it. Anyways, there's this ad where this man has an Amazon parcel, and it looks like he's going to go open the box, like this, right? But instead of going like this and opening the box, he literally just goes like, but he's not opening anything. He just does this motion on top of the box, and it makes me think that the directors of the ad were like, just do like a motion with your arm as though you're opening the box, because we're going to have the image, like the camera's going to be close enough in on you that they're not actually going to see you opening the box, so you can just mime it. And then they decided to go with a wider shot, and so he's literally sitting there and he just goes like, but he's not touching the box. He's not opening anything. He's just miming instead of actually doing that. And it's really obvious once you notice it. And every time it shows up, I'm just like, why did they do that to this actor? It's so annoying. And also the music, which comes from Epidemic Sound, which I know because I am also an Epidemic Sound subscriber for my YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel, by the way. New videos coming out very, very soon. I am in the final stages of the edit of it. And I'm very looking forward to being able to share it with you all, because I think it might be good. It might be terrible, I don't know, but there's a chance it might be a good video. I hope it's a good video. I hope you like it. I worked really hard on it, and it's taken a really long time, because I was sick at the top of the year. Anyways, probably because it was cheaper, says Theo. That's the only reason ever. Yep, I agree. Anyways, right, so we have a little checkerboard situation. Very cute. What's next? We need a candle. So for a candle, we do this, and we have a little flame on the side of my face. And then we need a little teapot, which goes here, and a little teacup. Tiny little teacup, tiny little teapot, tiny little teacup. I love it so much. This is so incredibly cute. So incredibly cute. And then the most important part of the build, we take our teeny tiny little cupcake base and our teeny tiny little, I'm not going to accidentally drop it on the floor, our teeny tiny little bit of cupcake frosting, and we are going to put the frosting on the cake. It looks absolutely, does that not look absolutely scrumptious? I don't know what flavor it is, but I would like to eat it. Kirby says, no, 4 candles. Handles for forks. Thank you. Classic. Absolute classic. We'll never not appreciate that reference. There we go. Did I place that correctly? I did place that correctly. Hooray. The scene, she coming together. She cometh together. Good job me. We're getting there. Okay. What is next? We need to build a floor with our lovely little roses. Look at these. I didn't even know I don't think I knew that these pieces existed. They're very cute. And I just need to, I've got very tiny little holes at the top here to pop into there. And finally, I understand why we place this bit of greenery here. Because that's the base for the little flowers. Oh, that is so cute. That's so stinking cute. I love it. I love it. It's adorable. And my moderator slash spouse is home, so I'm going to quickly go say hello to him. Chat, talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in a second. Hello, darling. Well, thank you. That's what I've always wanted. Oh, honey, you didn't. Oh, honey. A big boy box.
Yeah, well, better value.
I love you. So much. Welcome.
Yeah, fine.
I love you.
Love you.
Thank you. I'm building Lego. It's a nice time. Anyways, Lino says hello, sunshine.
Hello, Lana.
He says hello, Lino. This set is too cute. I love it so much. Okay, we need to append a couple of little stars. One goes here, and one goes here. This is so cute. I think we're actually getting quite close to the end of the build. We're not quite there yet. We're not quite there. There's still a couple of bits to sort out. We've definitely got a few extra pieces. I never know what to do with the extra pieces when we're done, but never mind. Mash says, would you look at that? A lovely Sammy. A lovely Mash is here. Hello, Mash. Welcome in. Hope you're having a most wonderful and successful day. You too. Welcome in. It's lovely to see you. I need to cover this doodad in pieces of star fragment. For anyone who isn't familiar with the canon of Animal Crossing, Celeste is an NPC who occasionally visits your island, oftentimes when there are shooting stars about, and will give you recipes for items that you can craft, and also tell you interesting things about astronomy. She's very cool, and we love her. And here is her little telescope. And here she is with her little book of star charts. We've got some extra pieces. I don't know what I'm going to do with a bow, a teacup. I'm going to, oh, look at that. I've made, this isn't a legal build because this isn't snap into place in any way. But I've made a fancy drink. It's some sort of like tea latte or something, I think, from the looks of it. Or I can just, oh no. This drink is on fire. It's a very hot toddy. I've got some extra stars, an extra bow, and an extra little pyramid piece, just some sort of basic squares and what have you, some additional stem. I don't know what to do with these bits now. They live here now. But fizzy tea, says Theo. Don't put them in your ear, says Mesh. That's such a specific instruction. I can promise you I wasn't planning to do that. I promise I wasn't planning to do why would I do that? I don't want to do that. That sounds like a bad time. Anyways, I wonder if I can, where can I put Celeste so that she's, oh no, I broke it. Okay, I'm gonna set her book down, I think, somewhere. Can I set her book down here? And then I'm going to put her here. And then I'm going to put back the, oh no, I broke it. Oh no. I'm gonna put back the telescope here so that she can kind of, so that she can do her telescopic things. Can I, if I pop the book in her hand here, will that work? I don't know. I'm gonna try. No, I don't think there's space. It's a little cramped here, but anyways, here's Celeste doing her little lookout situation, being frankly hecking adorable. There she is with her little telescope, looking at the space, gazing up at the stars and having a wonderful, she's so cute. Celeste is one of my favorite NPCs. She really is. She is the sister of Blathers, who runs the museum, whom you might be aware of. Yeah, she's just the best. She knows a lot about space. She's a scientist, and she can tell you all kinds of interesting things about stars and what have you, and she loves looking at them, and sometimes she'll say hooty toot, which is really cute, and I love her so much. Yeah. That's the Lego. That did not take the whole stream to build. Oh no. we might need to do some painting. Because there's still stream time left. I'm gonna go get some water and add it to my paint water cup so that we can do that. But I hope you enjoyed the build. I thought this was a really fun build to do. Like, it wasn't huge, but I'm scared of doing like very large builds on stream because I will legit just like not be able to get it done in time of stream, and then what am I gonna do? Just leave all of the bits here on the desk until the next time I can build? Because, I mean, those definitely aren't gonna fall off the desk and get lost in the carpet. No. Anyways, Mesh says, I read a story last year that some Scottish guy was getting more and more deaf starting from when he was 5. A doctor checked his ear at 24 and was greeted with a pink Lego stud. She took it out and it turns out he didn't have bad hearing. She just had a Lego stud stuck in his ear for 20 years. No! Oh my gosh. Also 10 steaks. Thank you so much for the 10 steaks, Max, and Mesh, and hello Rex. That's what I get for reading 2 usernames at once. Thank you for the 10 steaks. Hello, Rex. Hi. I hope you are well. Joe wants an affirmation. Alright, let me randomize the affirmation decks. Okay, we have an affirmation deck. Let me get you an affirmation. If anyone doesn't know, I have some little affirmation decks that have nice things to say to make you feel affirmed, and I think that's nice. I am not very good at shuffling, so bear with for a second. That's better. Okay, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Thank you for the redeem, Joe. This redeem is new as of this week. I hope people are into it. If you're not into it, you can just not redeem. It's fine. My GameStop had 30 bundles and 15 console-only pre-order slots. I was 29th in line, so I am indeed... Wow! Oh my goodness, that's impressive. Good job. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna get a random card for you, Joe. Cutting it very close. Congratulations. Oh, this is a nice sentiment. This is a nice sentiment for our affirmations today. Never give up on yourself. Accompanied by a very encouraging mermaid who wants you to know that you're doing amazing. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed. And words to live by, honestly. I wholeheartedly agree. Never give up on yourself. You're doing amazing. I believe in you. There you go. Thank you, says Joe. You're very welcome. I do like this this deck. It's cute. Anyways. I was 40 minutes early too. There was definitely like 30 people behind me as I left the store, says Rex. Oh boy. You were there in person, so it wasn't like an online order situation. It was a rock up to the store. Oh boy. Well, good job. Congratulations. Those kinds of things always make me so stressed. Trying to when you know that there's going to be demand and you have to like I think I've mostly experienced it for things like online ticket sales and trying to get a good seat for like an event and that kind of thing. But yeah, GameStop had a certain allotment of pre-orders per physical store separate from online availability. Wow, that's wild. Well, congratulations. I'm gonna go fill my paint water with water. Because right now there's none inside. Otherwise, my desk would be very wet right now. One moment, please. Hey, darling. I finished the build. My moderator / spouse just asked, why do you need paint water for Lego? Water to drink? No, don't. This cup is disgusting. This is not potable water, okay? Disgusting. Dang. Ah, flaps. Ah, cheese. The paint water is not for drinking. It's for painting. It's very important. I have to change the stream category, y'all. Because I am not building Lego anymore. So, we can go back to art. And I should probably change the tags back to painting and not... I guess I can leave Lego up, but technically I'm painting, so... And that's how you spell painting. I am very intelligent. Cool. Anyways. Hello again. Cheese, not on the fireplace is the... Why was there a cheese wedge on the fireplace in that Hobbit Lego set? I don't understand. I don't understand why there was is the cheese wedge meant to stand in for something else, or is that just the way it is? Is that just where hobbits keep their cheese? Because that feels unsafe and bad to me, but hey, I don't know. I think they didn't know where else to put it. I don't know, like, the dining table? A kitchen counter? A little hobbit fridge? Do hobbits have fridges? I don't know. Anyways. Oh, I appreciate there's a nice little inventory at the back of all the pieces you should have, like, a minimum number of. I guess just in case anything is missing from the set. You can then go to lego.com/service on your phone and be like, hey, my set was missing this part. Could you please send me that part? Which does happen rarely. They're very good at getting replacement parts out to you if that does happen. But there are other Lego Animal Crossing sets. We own some in this house. Not these two, but we do own some, because I got my moderator/spouse a couple of Lego Animal Crossing sets for Christmas, which he has not built yet either. Casa, hello! Welcome in. I arrived to some kind of Hobbit hair crisis. Oh yeah, so I will show you. Let me show you of whence we speak. Also, hi Casa, welcome in. So we were looking at because I built Lego today. This is Celeste's little like observatory scene. She's got some snacks, which is important because she's doing a lot of very important work here. She's got her little telescope and her little star charts, and the moon has landed on the island, and I'm sure that's perfectly safe. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Mash says moderator/spouse has such a specific ring to it. A wedding ring, because we're married. But it was mentioned that there are some Lego Lord of the Rings sets available, and oh my god, they're so cute. They're so stinking cute. The Rivendell set is like 400 million pounds, but it's really adorable. But, importantly, very, very importantly, in the little Hobbit's Shire Bag End set, there is a fireplace. You can see the ring is in the fireplace, and Gandalf's like, the ring is dangerous, it's bad, and Frodo's like, I'm having a great time. Look, he's real happy. There's a pot of tea over here. There's, I don't know, there's like a map or something of what we gotta go do with get the ring out of here. I don't know. There's some little pictures of some Hobbit friends. That's Gumple and their best friend, Jesbert. But most important, there's a wedge of cheese on top of the fireplace, which is a really terrible place to put cheese because it's just going to get soft and melty and make a mess. And I don't love that for whoever has to clean this house. Presumably a hobbit. It reads like a / fanfiction tag, moderator / spouse. Tee hee. I mean, we are I am romantically involved with my moderator / spouse. Does that count? Please don't write fan fiction about us. That would be weird. For one thing, I would be compelled against my better judgment to read it and then critique the parts of it that I felt were out of character. Anyways, or possibly feel way too perceived if it was very in character. Anyways, They probably really wanted it in frames, says Theo. Apparently so. Nacho mantle, says Rex. Yum, yum, delicious. I mean, it is very important to me to know that that set contains a wedge of cheese. I do appreciate the cheese knowledge. Will I spend 300 to have, what was it, 300 pounds, something like that for that set? How much was it? It's $229.99, sorry. 229 pounds 99 just to get the cheese wedge? No. As I said earlier, I would really love a set that's just like an extremely pared down version of that costs like 12 quid, and it's just like a little hobbity hillock with a little round door, and maybe just like, a table with a teapot and a wedge of cheese, and like one hobbit and Gandalf's horse. That's all I need. That's all I need from the set. Like, that's enough. Just a little guy and a horsey and a little cozy little bit of New Zealand to look at and go, "Ah, I want to go to there." And eat all of the mince on toast fairy bread, Sally Lunn buns, and pineapple lumps, and Moro chocolate bars, which are my favorite. Anyways, I don't think that's gonna happen. The IP is too valuable, says Theo. No, I need a little baby set. It's not fair. Are they chasing it down the hill in Gloucestershire, says Katza. I would love that. I do love that this country, this gosh dang country that I moved to, has cheese rolling competitions. And it's good cheese too. 300 pounds of cheese, says Rex. That sounds like my dream. I love cheese. I love cheese more than it loves me, but anyways. A cozy fan fiction of tea drinking and museum visits. That does sound pretty nice. I would love to live that. There's a Lego set of the Natural History Museum, says Lina, which feels very Sammy and Sledge Code. I would love that. I would love that. We do not have space in the house for it, and it's probably very expensive, but I would love that. Oh no, they can't roll the cheese down the hill because it's melted, says Theo. Oh no, Gloucestershire. Yeah, Gloucestershire is the county in which they do the cheese rolling. Is it double Gloucester cheese? Or single Gloucester cheese? Is it one of the Gloucesters? Is there a triple Gloucester cheese? Because I know single Gloucester and double Gloucester. Both good cheeses. Anyways, it's time for me to drop. Have a lovely rest of stream, says Kirby. Thank you so much for stopping by, Kirby. It was lovely to see you. Thank you. Is the whale there? No, it is east of Wales. But it's not super far from Wales, actually. It's on the west side of England, so anyways. I did have some cheese earlier. I had a baby bell. It was nice. The SS7 was in the National History Museum in 2015. Ooh, hang on. Chat is getting away from me. 2015, before I got sick and saw the whale. I spent an hour in the room. Oh, with the whale. Nice. Just crying about the whale. The whale is delightful. Slow-mo guys did a video of the cheese roll and the people smashing into the hill of the whale. I think I saw that, Rex. I think I saw that. I think. I'm familiar with the cheese roll and I'm familiar with the slow-mo guys, so I feel like I must have seen it. Anyways. But, yes. Natural History Museum's fun. We like seeing dinosaurs. I went to the Natural History Museum that we have here in the city of Oxford, which is where I live, and they had a display about the kakapo, and I wept. Because those birds are so special to me. They're so sweet, they're so special, they're very shy, they only mate under super specific conditions, like every few years. And they're very small in number, but their number is increasing thanks to like concerted efforts to recover their population numbers. And I really hope that they have a successful breeding season the next time that they're able to, and that they have lots of beautiful, beautiful kakapo babies. I will weep with joy when that happens, because I love them so much. I'm getting emotional thinking about them now. They're some of my very favorite birds. You might be familiar with the painting I did of one of them. Which yeah, because that was a bird that I have adopted 2 years running. As a Christmas gift to myself, I make a donation to Kakapo Recovery. And they have like an adoption scheme where you can adopt a bird, and they'll send you like updates about how your bird is doing and stuff. I just love them so much. Oh, anyways, but yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of painting if that's okay, before we finish, because it's too early to end, and painting is nice. So I figured, what the hey, we're using this set still. It's the same painting as last time, and the time before that. We've been working on this painting for a really long time, in fact. But here we are. Where's my... It was right in front of my face. I couldn't see my brush. Here's my brush. Okay. What I wanted to do is actually just get a little bit of a shadow behind some of this gubbins we've got here, because right now it feels a little... Just get a little bit of shading on sort of the back, like, wall behind them, so it feels a little bit less flat and a little bit more dimensional. So I need to try and craft a bit of a kind of brownish gray color, which will be interesting to formulate. I guess, actually, wait a second, I still have some of this blobbit of neutral tint on my palette because I decanted too much out of the tube one time when I needed just a little bit of it. So I'll start with the base of that and then just warm it up slightly, maybe with a little bit of orange, because this wall is slightly... It's not gray, it's like a grayish beige, so I'll just warm this shadow up just a little bit. We are going to have a BRB in a minute, but let's ignore that for the moment. And let me just get a nice bit of shadowy glaze, just kind of under some of this plantery. Go away, incoming ad warning. I don't need you. Oh no, there's too much on my brush. The trick to an effective glaze, as a maker of les peintures, is to have as little on your brush as possible. Otherwise, you're more likely to disturb the layers beneath, which obviously we don't want to do. We want to just ghost around these honeysuckles and get the idea that it's, ever so slightly sticking. It is on the wall, but it's slightly in front of the wall, if that makes sense. You know how 3D space works. I don't need to explain it to you. Hopefully. If I do, I don't know, search engine it. I've tried to stop saying Google it, because Google isn't the only search engine that exists, and increasingly I feel like it sucks. Like, it has deliberately made itself worse. But I don't think everyone will understand what I mean if I say something like DuckDuckGo it, So just search engine it, I guess, is the best way forward. Anywho, there's some little patches of visible wall here and there, and I'm just gonna touch a bit of this shade into them, because I feel like they're not getting a lot of light, so they're gonna be dark behind these vines. But we're going to BRB real quick, so we'll come back to this in a minute, and we'll continue for a little bit, and then I'll go have lentil salad. So please enjoy the BRB screen in the meantime. I'll be back in just a minute. A BRB, everybody. Hello, friends. I'm back. Hi. Thank you for waiting. Assuming anyone's still here. If you are, thank you for waiting. I had to go and stir my a salad, which I made for dinner and has been marinating in the fridge for the last couple of hours. And may I just say, thankfully, it smells great. It smells really good. I'm very excited to get to eat it later. In case anyone's wondering, it is some poi lentils, some carrot that I shredded into it, some finely diced yellow bell pepper, because that's the color of pepper that I had that needed eating up the soonest, and then I just diced a whole bunch of kale in as well. And then did like a fairly simple dressing with some olive oil, lemon juice, pinch of salt, pinch of sugar, and a little pinch of ras el hanout, because it's a nice a spice blend that I think goes well with the kind of salad that you marinate. So that's what I did. When in doubt, give them the old razzle dazzle, you know what I mean? Okay. That already looks like, can you even tell the difference on stream? I don't know, but to me, that already looks better. Just a little bit of additional shade feels real good. Okay. I still don't know what I'm doing with this ding dang lawn. I don't know. I like the patterning on the picnic blanket. I think I'm just gonna work on these little fellas a little bit. Just cause I don't know what to do with the other areas. I've been working on this painting for so long. I feel like I've been working on this painting for such an incredibly long time. Little nose shade. Thus. Little chin shadow. Like so. Very cute. A little bit just under his shirt cuffs. As you do. And then I'm going to adjust this shade color just a smidgen. And I'm gonna shade this dude as well. Realize that I missed a bit. Are flowers the new books, says Theo. They're the books of spring. I don't know. Shoot, I don't have any good blotting tissue. I need a blotting tissue. I'm just gonna use a nose blowing tissue. Because it's what I've got. And I blotted up too much and now you can't see it. Now there's too much again. Okay. It's just going to be an absurd back and forth for a moment. Do I want to place a tiny blush upon his damask cheek? I kind of do. I think that would be cute. I think it would be cute if I placed a tiny, tiny amount of blush upon his damask cheek, because they're holding hands and that's blush worthy if ever there was such a thing. So perchance I'll do that in just a second. First get a little bit of a shadow going on this little handy. And a little shading under his chin, like so. And maybe a little bit under this tendril of hair that has decided to flop so handsomely upon his brow. So stinking cute. I did spend a lot of time on the flowers for this piece. But I will be drawing books again at some point, I'm sure. I mean, there is one book. There is one book. It is, I don't know what it is, but it's some sort of romantical poetry, if I had to guess, is what they're reading. Because, of course, why not some romantical poetry? That would be nice. Love that for them. But yes, I wanted to place the teeny tiniest blush. Just, like, can I just get like a barely perceptible, like a homeopathic amount of paint? Because I don't want it to be way out there. I don't think I can get enough paint. Hold on. Can I? I need a bigger brush. I need a bigger brush for that. Can I just get a nice blobbit of barely perceptible? See, that looks like quite a bit, but then... Doot, doot. We do that. Until the emotions, they're subtle. Okay, cool. Anyways, I hope everyone's had a good week. I'm going to take a sip of my absurd beverage. This is like my favorite one. If memory serves, they used to make sweets in the flavor of Crush sodas, and obviously pink was my favorite. I don't know what flavor cream soda is meant to be, but it's always been, it was always my favorite when I was a youngin'. And now I get it sometimes out of nostalgia. And unlike a lot of, like, nostalgic flavors and that kind of thing, this one continues to be good. This one continues to be very, very good. Gazillion %, millions out of 10 do recommend. It's nice. Annie-hoosens. Okay, what else do I want to do? What else can I do here? I guess let's get some more shadowy shadings in. If I add a little bit of you to this weird brown that I've made, a little bit of this, and then this is kind of in the back, so it's gonna be a little bit shaded in. So that didn't really do much, but never mind. Just behind here and here and there, like so, and under his little hand. I should have really done this before I started adding, like, line weight last time, but I'm a silly sausage, and sometimes I do things out of order, and that's fine. Sometimes you add the flour and the sugar and the eggs together, and then you and then you add the butter, and sometimes you put the butter in with the eggs first. You can do whatever you want. It all makes a cake. It doesn't matter. Anyways. Okay. I don't know why I'm talking about cake. It's fine. I'm gonna add a little bit more orange to you. Put a little bit of shadow under here. Thus, is there any method to my technique? No. Not particularly. Just run on vibes until it feels like it's done. Anyways. Have I done some paintings of stargazing? I feel like I have. I don't remember when or where or why. No, I definitely have. Oh, no, it wasn't exactly star. I've done, like, just sitting and looking at shooting stars. And I've done, going out into the desert in the middle of the night and trying to search for, extraterrestrial life. That one was fun. A little bit less Celeste vibe and a little bit more, you know, cryptid hunters, but hey. It's all adjacent vibes, I think. I don't know, anyways. For anyone who isn't aware, the part of the reason that I decided to do a Lego build today was that I'm going to be painting so much next month. Because next month is Hollow Knight Art Month, and for Hollow Knight Art Month there is an entire prompt list. I can get you hopefully that's the website. Hopefully that works. That should take you to a website that has the prompt list for Hollow Knight Art Month, which starts on the 1st of May. It's a list of 31 prompts, and I have done sketches for the first 4. So we'll see how I do in terms of getting it done. Fingers crossed for more grub art. Oh, Theo, do I have great news for you? Check it out. I'm gonna pop the prompt list on screen for a second so you can see. What's day 1 on the list there? The word is grub. So yeah, there's gonna be more grub art. Literally day 1, there's gonna be grub art. So you've got that to look forward to, I guess. And if anyone wants to make their own grub art, please do. Please use the hashtags and stuff, because I want to see what everyone else is doing for this prompt list, because it's really fun. But yeah, there will be grub art. I'm very excited. I hope y'all will like it. I've sketched my grub art, and I'm excited. But I'm a little bit nervous. I feel like I try with these, like, 31-day prompt lists to keep to manage my expectations down a smidge, to keep things a little bit too, like, not too intensive, and then things end up getting intensive anyways, because it's me and I can't stop myself. But I'm trying to, I want to do slightly different stuff here and there this time. Because I think a lot of the pieces that I did over the last couple of years, which you can buy prints of some of, by the way, in case you are curious. I've got some limited edition Hollow Knight Art Month prints. They are limited edition, so when they're gone. Sorry about that. Anyways, I've been requested to do a sippity sip. I will take a sip of my tea. Because I don't want it. Do you want me to get sick on stream? Do you really? Are you sure? I don't think you do. So I'm going to sip my tea. My nice, safe tea. Yum, yum, delicious. Thank you. Anyways, you can handle it. You don't know me. My constitution is trash. I was sick for like the first 2 months of the year, Mesh. I'm not taking any chances at this point. I am not taking any chances at this point. Like, I will be in danger. I can promise you that. I'm feeling very risk averse when it comes to my health. Trying to not get sick. But Sammy, you could be as colorful on the inside as your art. I mean, if you count, like, red, I'm pretty colorful on the inside. That's a reference to the fact that I have blood. Because I'm a living person. Anyways. Singing to myself like a weird little ding dong as I apply some little bits of shade to this little numby. There we go. Okay. And maybe just a little bit of the sock. Thus. Okay, cool. Cool. Trying to keep the shades a little bit, fairly subtle. We've got Sammy's a living person, says Casa. I am. Can you believe I know. It's a surprise. I am, though. I hope that's okay. Anyways, Mesh has requested an affirmation. I'm going to pull from the other deck this time, because I've got 2 affirmation decks. And I'd very much like to give you an affirmation, Mesh. If I can get them out of the box, I will. It's a very well sealed box, which is good. I don't want to lose these. Do not want to lose these bad boys. Okay. All right. I hope you like nice suggestions for yourself. I hope that's the kind of thing that you're into because you're about to receive one. Hopefully it's not the same one that we had last time. Well, it won't be the one that we had earlier on the stream because that was a different deck. But I am shuffling these about, so it is possible that at some point we'll get repeat. I should probably shuffle where you can see it. It is possible that, at some point we will get some repeats and stuff, but I'm trying not to. It's a pretty reasonably sized deck, so it's hopefully fairly randomized. All right, we have a card. This is your card. Be the energy you want to attract. Hell yeah. And you're fabulous, so congratulations. There you go. Sammy doing the magician shuffle, asking us, is this your card? And that's exactly what I'm doing with my brain right now. I hope that, okay, fine, I'll be criminal. No comment. No comment. I am a law-abiding citizen. Please don't deport me. I'm genuinely terrified that because I have this thing where oftentimes people will think that I'm joking when I'm being completely serious. I don't know. It's something about my tone. I do not know how to correct this. I'm being genuinely serious right now. I have this thing. I do not know how to correct it. People think I'm joking when I'm being completely serious, and people think that I'm being completely serious when I'm joking. The number of times I will do what I think is like a hilarious goof, and then people will be like, where I'm being like really obtuse about something that's like really obvious, like as like a this is funny thing, and people will be like, oh no, sorry, you misunderstood, and I'm like, oh no, I understood, I was trying to do a goof. Sorry. The number of times in my life that this happens. But also, I will be saying, someone will be like, hey, is everything going all right with you? And I'll be like, to be perfectly honest, I am like on the verge of like a total meltdown. And they'll be like, oh my god, you are so funny. Oh my god, right? What the heck? And yeah, people People very much mistake I am being completely serious for I am doing a funny joke. Um, and I am doing a funny joke for I am being completely serious. And it makes me scared when I say things like, I am a law-abiding citizen, please deport me, that people will think that that's me being funny, and no, I am being completely serious. That is 100%, that is entirely genuine, okay? Um, but yeah, Theo says, yeah, I also have that, and when I'm joking, they think I'm being serious. Exactly. Mesh says, I feel like you need tone indicators IRL. I do, but the thing is, I will say, like, I'm being serious right now, and people will still think that I'm that's a joke. That's a funny comedy joke. And I'm like, no, stop it. It is not a comedy joke. I'm being serious. Help! I'm having a crisis, you know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know how to correct this. I do not. I have tried. Which is what's wild is like I can do acting, but when it comes to just like my everyday life, I don't know how to act out I am being serious right now, or this is a funny. You should find this hilarious. Anyways, but Theo says I once did a hilarious goof in a voice chat, and people started telling me that nobody is angry with me. Oh no! Oh no! Well, I appreciate that they were like concerned about your feelings, but also, oh no, I was just saying that eating ice cream is the best way, and that I stand by it. Oh my goodness, why would they? Oh. Joe says people tell me I'm hilarious when I'm being serious and look at me funny when I try and joke. Maybe it is 100% a tism thing. It's not like, I'm sure it's not in the DSM, but I feel like I've encountered enough people who are definitely not neurotypical, who have experienced the same thing, that I feel like it is definitely a tism thing. It is something about the way that like other people read us that for some reason just consistently get these two things backwards. It's wacky, and I don't know how to fix it. Eating ice cream with a fork. Oh, I see. I just thought you meant eating ice cream like chomping on it as opposed to like licking an ice cream. Which, also fair. I like to chomp an ice cream. It's good. I'm sorry you also have this curse. I'm sorry to anyone who has this curse. It sucks. It really sucks. I once had someone suggest to me that I should do stand-up comedy, and I feel like based on this, the only way that I could do a stand-up comedy is if I just got up in front of an audience and just told them about like everything that's going wrong with like my life and my mental health or something like that, and it would just be funny comedy jokes all the way down. Whereas if I went up and tried to do things that I thought were hilarious goofs, people would be like, is she okay? Like, are they having a meltdown on stage? You know, I'm just like, no. I'm telling you about a hilarious situation I experienced, and everyone's just like, oh my god, are you okay? Anyways, Theo says I don't like spoons touching the inside of my mouth. With a fork I can eat the ice cream while it's still really hard. I see the appeal. I get the appeal. Personally, I get around the feeling of putting spoon in mouth by just using the smallest spoon possible. I like small, like, I'm sure lots of people enjoy eating soup with a tablespoon. I don't know how. The spoon is too big. The spoon is too big. I don't like it. Small spoon, best spoon. Ickle spoon, good. Anyways, it's not just me, says Theo. No! You're not alone, my friend. Welcome to the club. The Cool Kids Club. You're a cool kid now. Congratulations. Hell yeah. What else did I want to do? I would like to do something cool with this. I wanted to add a little additional dimension to this jumper. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to blend a little bit of sort of this, this color with a little bit of, I don't know, something that will make it a little browner. Maybe some of this green. Now that just looks like a greenish purple, which is confusing. Oh no. Handle feel is very important, Cassie. Yes, I agree. I eat soup with a tablespoon and I get around it by tipping the soup. Oh, you tip the soup. I see, I see. I have to use little spoon. Interesting. Has to be correct size spoon, says Cassie. Yes, absolutely, 100%. Any cutlery big is bad, says Joe. And shape can be bad, and taste, and the number of tines. Cutlery has to be precise. I feel like I'm a little bit more kind of flexible with my cutlery, in as much as we have a very random selection that's kind of been cobbled together over the years. But there are some that I definitely like more than others, and some that I really don't. Mesh has a spoon/cutlery related question. Go on. Do y'all also have that one ugly spoon/fork that you refuse to use because it's weird or something? I wonder if that's a universal experience. The ugly fork is for cat food, says Casa. Unfamiliar cutlery is the worst, says Joe. I don't think I have an ugly spoon/fork, but there are definitely ones that I gravitate towards less than others for myself. I think part of it also has to do with like the weight of it in my hand. If it's too heavy, I don't like it. If it's too clunky, I don't like it. But if it's like nothing, if it's all metal and like the edges of the metal aren't nice and smooth, I don't like that. It should be like rounded and smooth. But you know, sometimes one makes do. And I have some cutlery that I've effectively just grown accustomed to because it was what I could afford when I first moved here, so I just bought the cheapest stuff I could get, and I've kind of just gotten used to it. Okay, this does not have enough paint on it, because I can't see any color. So I'm going to have to add more paint and try again, because I do want some slight contrast happening here, because I think that would be nice. It should be reasonably subtle, but I think a little contrast would be pleasant. Okay, I've made a slightly warmer brown with a little bit more paint, so hopefully it'll work this time. Yes. Cass says, I have my favorite spoon, which I stole from my old workplace because it's the best spoon ever. Nice, I love that for you. An unbalanced and uncomfortable visual shape, says Theo. Yes. I try to use it and then I don't eat the food. Oh no. Oh no. That's a bad cutlery. You can just not use that. You can just not use that. That's fine. But yeah, I tend not to order like soups when I go to restaurants and stuff because they're gonna give me a terrible sized spoon for it, and I'm gonna not enjoy that. So like, why would I do that to myself? Also, soup is like a home. You know, there are some restaurants that do amazing soups, but soup is such a home cooked food for me that I don't know. It feels like something that I would just have at home, so that's fine. And also, I know my preferred spoons when I'm in the house. Except maybe my one exception to this is probably like miso soup, because I will just sip it because it's sippable. I don't need a spoon for my miso soup. That's just sip soup. Sip soup is a thing that exists now because I said so. But yeah, my favorite spoon is also so good, says Mesh. Yes, 100%. 100%. It's nice to have a preferred spoon. There's definitely some spoons in our house that are preferred. There is this one, there's two of them, but they're two different sizes, but they are very there's no edges to them. They're very like curvaceous, and I call them the sensual spoons because they're all like very, very curve oriented. It's nice. And so they sit very nicely in the hand, and they're very pleasant to eat with as well. The sensual spoon. You know, like Kate Bush sang about in that one song. You know, the sensual spoon. Anyways. Okay, I think I've done enough. We have a nice I feel like it just looks more correct now. Does that make sense? Probably not, but anyways. It's a bit oh, you know what? It's on brand actually, because it's very similar to hold on, it's very similar to Celeste's tummy. The sweater vest that our little guy is wearing here. That's hilarious. I hadn't even planned that, But here we are. Good job, me. Yay! Anyways, apologies to anyone who's come in like the last few minutes and is like, "You're not building Lego." I'm sorry, we finished the Lego build and I had more time to stream, so I thought I would work a little bit on this painting. That when the nuts am I going to get this done? At this point, I just don't know because it's taken so long. But I'm having a lovely time hanging out with it, as it were. So like that's okay. Trying not to prioritize speed above all else is the, like, most important thing in a painting is probably good. I think. Double picnic. Oh my god, that's right! Celeste has a little picnic. These little guys have a little picnic. Hell yeah. And I did also build Lego, and I did change the stream category to art when we, switched over, so everything's fine. Gonna get some little shadow behind the guys where they're holding hands and stuff. Little bit of shading under their knees, nothing too dramatic. I don't want to have to think too hard about where the... You know, sometimes you want to use, like, really dramatic lighting and be like, I have thought long and hard about where the light source of this painting is, and then other times you're just like, listen, there's just a little shadow under their knees, their little knee-wees, and we're just gonna not think about it too hard, but it makes the painting feel a little bit more done, and that's enough. That is the point of art, says Theo. I don't even know what the point of art is. Sometimes the point of art is it will make me feel better if I paint my blorbos in a situation. And the situations I like to put my blorbos in are things like going out for a picnic and visiting a bookshop and reading books and getting lost in a stack of bookshelves and standing in front of some bookshelves and standing behind some bookshelves. You can't see them because I just painted bookshelves, but I promise they're there. Maybe they're having a little kiss. I don't know. Other things involving bookshelves. Bookshelves and blorbos. That's it. Maybe I should change the name. I should change the name of the stream to just bookshelves and blorbos. That feels on brand. Oh no. Anyways, that could be a podcast. Welcome to Bookshelves and Blorbos. Today we're talking about, I don't know, probably a book that I read. And the little characters in it that I want to put in a jar and scientifically examine. Anyways, once again, we're not going to finish this painting today. This painting has taken an absurdly long time. I really didn't think that this painting would take as long as it has, but here we are. And you know what? That's okay. That's fine. It's fine. But I also haven't decided, what is the book? What is the book that he's reading? I don't know. That's the other thing I've really been struggling with. It's like, what is he reading? It needs to be something nice and soft and full of, like, flowery poetry, I feel like. But I can't decide which whomst it is. So I've kind of been stuck on that for a wee while. But never mind. I guess I could get a little bit of my neutral tint onto my brush and give these little sockies some line weight. I don't know why only one of them is in their sock feet. Mostly because I realized that, like, his trousers are black, his shoes would also be black, and that just feels like too much black, so I was like, screw it. He's in his sock feet. I don't know, maybe his shoes had some mud on them and he didn't want to get mud on the picnic blanket, so he took off his shoes, but this guy just came out from indoors because he just made the tea, so his shoes are clean, so he's just like, I don't want to take off my shoes again because I just put them on, and that's also fair. So that's the story of this painting. Yeah. Anyways. He's got his little shirt Very handsome. And there's a very subtle stripe. Guy on the left can fly, says Joe. I mean, he's a pretty remarkable fellow, so I'm gonna go with sure. Why not? I mean, he's very graceful. He's very graceful, and I think he'd make a pretty good vampire if he wanted to. And vampires can fly sometimes. They can transform into bats. There's a tiny fiber that's like attached itself to my brush, which is not cool. Go away. That's better. Okay. Don't think too hard about anything in this piece. Or you may break your brain. Just in terms of like anatomy and that kind of thing. I don't recommend it. I don't need to hurt yourself. Anyways. I think I might just do like the line weight on the little book here. And once again, still don't know which book he's reading, but I'm sure it's very good. Maybe he's just maybe what passes for romantic to him is just like completely like a terrible choice, and he's just reading like Wittgenstein. Wittgenstein is not romantic. I didn't enjoy it. So yeah, there's that. I just realized that this guy's in a white shirt as well. I should have painted that at the same time as I was doing the other one. What a goof. I do it now. Never mind, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyways, there we go. Oh, speaking of shirts, I have finished stitching up the buttonhole, one of two buttonholes on the 18th century men's shirt that I've been working on. I'm realizing a few things belatedly about the shirt that I will definitely need to adjust for next time. Namely, it's a little bit too big. Like, it's too wide in the shoulder / body, which means it sits a little bit weird. But that's fine. But next time I think I can take that measurement in a little bit. It's hard to calculate these measurements out when you are way shorter and have a different body shape to what they expect you to. In terms of how to pattern these things out, because I am round and short, and it feels like none of these things have been designed with that in mind. So, oh well. Anyways, I think I'm gonna call this here for now and see if we can get a little raid going. Cause yeah, I have to go attend to dinner and stuff. So I hope y'all had a nice time hanging out. I hope you enjoyed the Lego Celeste, and I will bring back the Lego Celeste set for what just happened? Hello? Resident Evil 2, Leon. Hi, welcome in. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for the follow. We've been building Celeste's little observatory here, having a very nice time, and then finishing a little bit of painting whilst doing so. But I am just about to finish. So I will go see who shall we do a little raid on, who maybe we haven't seen in a while. Well, we're not raided in a wee while. Ooh. Let me just check and make sure that this user isn't just about to finish. Because that would be very silly. No, it looks like they've quite recently started, and if you're not familiar with Margot, prepare thyself for whimsy. Margot's art is adorable. Apparently, mice. Margot's painting mice. That's delightful. Okay, let's go say hi to Margot. I will get a little a little generic raid message in the chat. I still don't understand why there was a wedge of cheese on the fireplace. That's a terrible place to put cheese. But hey, you know, maybe the hobbits know something that I don't. There's a generic raid message in the chat. And it is appropriately our Lego pineapple, because it was Lego time today. So thank you so much for hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow morning playing some Hollow Knight. So you've got that to look forward to, I guess. But have a lovely rest of your evening. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Have a good one, everybody, etc., etc., etc. Whatever I say at the end of stream, I don't remember. But thank you for watching. Take care, everyone. Good night, and good luck.